Bailey Johnson from the Washington Post. Troy, obviously, it's been a difficult stretch for you guys. How badly did you need this result tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think I try to stay away from really obvious statements, and I probably am not going to make another one right now with that question. I think everyone knows the last couple months haven't been what we wanted. There's been some good performances in there, but we didn't see 3 points, and the way that things looked at the end of the first half, it was another really good first half, and we give away a goal that is one in which I think we can control better. But the guys kept going. I told them I was really proud of them at halftime and said, that's a really good performance. If we have that in the second half, then we're going to give ourselves a chance. And that's exactly what they did. I thought Pedro Santos took it to a different level. Chris McVeigh, obviously Daho stepping up. But there's just so many different individual performances that really willed that to happen tonight. And the guys have been fighting. They deserve this.
Yeah, Troy, congrats on the win, first of all. And I just wanted to ask that you started with adversity, a game against a team who beat the first place in the East in a way earlier this season. What did you tell your players at halftime, and how confident were you that they were going to get the result tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Nashville's a good side. Hani Mokhtar is someone that's up for MVP the last couple seasons. Sam Surge is a very good player. And I think that they have another handful of guys that have had a lot of experience. They made the playoffs the last 4 seasons, so this is a very good team. But I felt like we were better in the first half. And like I said earlier, I just told the group, that's a very good first half. And if we replicate that, then we're going to see 3 points tonight.
And just as a follow-up, how do you plan to build up on this win in the upcoming weeks, having back-to-back games?
Yeah, look, we need to get as healthy as possible going into Wednesday with already a thin group, and these guys, what they put in tonight was tremendous. So we have to regroup in terms of the physical and mental capacity just to be ready to go and travel to Minnesota. But clearly we want to use this as momentum, and it's been a while since we had a win like this, and we'd like to keep that feeling going.
And following up on your explanation of your depth problem, you're getting Schnegg coming in soon, which will help your defense. Peltola has had to do incredible duty. Hopefully he can move to midfield later. What about Hopkins as well?
Yeah, Jackson Hopkins and Christian Fletcher are both on a similar track towards being able to come back into training, and hopefully, in the next week or 2 weeks, max, they're going to be available as well. So there's another couple after that. And I think it's been a difficult stretch. We knew that going into June and July. And actually, we had a couple more injuries that we didn't anticipate, and we had a couple suspensions we didn't anticipate. So these guys, though, continue to believe in what we're doing, and I think that they've taken a lot of ownership. Really, in the last 48 hours, you've seen them. What I've seen in terms of training, in terms of coming together and speaking, I think that they knew that this was important tonight.
Just one last one. Overheard in the hallway, we needed that. How are you planning to celebrate this win?
Honestly, I want them to celebrate the win. I think that they need to feel good. The players need to feel great about this performance tonight. From my standpoint, it's not about celebrating. We need a lot more like that, and we got to get ready for Minnesota. So I want them to enjoy this tonight and even tomorrow, and then we come back in on Monday and get ready to go again.
What went into the decision to go with Alex and goal today?
Yeah, I said this on Thursday in the pre-match. Steve asked a similar question about the goalkeeping, and I'll reiterate that. I think whenever I made the change in the first place, it was trying to see if we could inject something into the group, and I don't think that Tyler had performances in which they were bad performances. There's a couple mistakes there, but there's mistakes for every player, and mistakes for Bones whenever he was in earlier in the year. So I think situationally it was really difficult in those 5 matches. We were down a man 3 out of the 5. But similar to the decision in the first place to switch from Alex to Tyler, going back with Bones again, I felt like, okay, let's see if we can inject a little bit of life into the group and see if that change helps.
Mark Palmer from the Times in Scotland. Can I just ask you a question on the Celtic game next week?
Sure.
Parochial. In the context of a busy domestic schedule, what are you guys looking to get from that game, and what sort of challenge do you expect from them?
I haven't really thought about that one, to be perfectly honest. I was worried about tonight, and I'm worried about concern with Wednesday, just trying to get ready for Minnesota. I think that it's a wonderful opportunity, though, for our club. We have a lot of history in our club, but not as much history as Celtic. So it'll be fun, though, for 2 clubs that have a storied past to be able to come together and play a friendly. That'll be exciting for our fan base. Hopefully it's exciting for Celtics fan base. And, there's a couple players that are coming back from injuries, as well as the new signings that were mentioned, and David Schnegg and Dominique Badji. So I think that'll be a good opportunity potentially to unveil those guys to the team.
Is Brendan Rodgers someone you've come across in the game so far? Or?
I'm a big Brendan Rodgers fan. I've never met him before or had any interaction, but that'll be something that'll be really special for me. I mean, I was a big Liverpool fan for a number of years, and he was at the helm whenever they had some of their best football in 2013-14 when they almost won the league. So, and he's done well virtually at every other stop. So that'll be a special one for me.
Good man, thanks.
And then we had a question submitted by Jason Anderson from Pro Soccer Wire. We've seen Martin Rodriguez playing this deeper central role over the past few games. That's a new role for him compared to his past as a winger. What influenced that move, and what have you liked about his performances as of late?
Yeah, look, Martin is someone that's been, I've said this phrase before, but he really is a consummate pro. The way that he comes in every day, he always is looking to help the group in any capacity that he can. He's such a technical player. He's so good on the ball. And a lot of him being deployed in the middle of the field is predicated on who we have available. And, you're seeing different guys playing different positions. Aaron Herrera is playing right center back tonight. It was mentioned earlier, Matty Peltola is playing left center back. I mean, these aren't their natural positions. Christian Dahome is not a right wing back. But that's what this group's willing to do with where our roster is right now, and Martin is absolutely willing to do the work. And I'm really pleased for him tonight. He had another good performance, and that's only going to help us down the stretch.